It's Thursday, June 18th, and you're listening to another edition of the Boiler Breakdown Podcast. I'm Tanner Lee, along with my usual co-hosts, Evan Webb, Andrew Eiler, and making his second, if not third, appearance on the Boiler Breakdown.
I think this is
Fourth? See, I can't even count. Aaron Lynch. What's going on, guys?
It's going.
Much tan. How you doing?
One more day to Friday.
That's very true. One more day till Friday. Hope everybody out there is staying safe, healthy, and sane at this point. We thought we'd get together and update Boiler Nation on some things that are going on. It's been an eventful couple of weeks lately for Purdue. Our first topic is definitely not a fun one to talk about, but Purdue sports world was kind of hit with what I thought was a bombshell earlier this week in the passing of longtime athletic director Morgan Burke at the age of 68. It did come out later that he had been battling a heart condition this past year, but his family definitely kept that quiet because it didn't seem like too many people knew about that. But I know Morgan was on the bad side of a lot of Purdue fans towards the end of his tenure, but he did a lot of really great things for Purdue athletics, especially for the non-revenue sports. He hired Joe Tiller. He hired Matt Painter. Those are two of the bigger accomplishments of his. Your guys' thoughts on Morgan Burke's legacy, I guess, and any interactions you might have ever had with him or anything?
I don't think I ever had any interaction with him. I know my mom talks about how she used to work with his wife at a bank back in the day. Yeah, I mean, kind of what you said, Tan. I mean, towards the end of his tenure, I was definitely one of the people who was vocal about, my disapproval might be the wrong word, but I was over it. I was ready for someone new. He did a lot of great things for Purdue, which we're happy to talk about. Kind of felt like he was definitely a businessman. That's what he kind of came up as, and he worked the athletic department like a business. Kept it in the black, kept it out of the red. But I feel like a lot of the big things towards the end were he was unwilling to get into the arms race that is college athletics, which that's a slippery slope. But I mean, you gotta spend money to make money. And that was kind of, I think, the downfall, and that's why we like Babinski so much when he came in. But I mean, like you said, he hired Tiller, he hired Painter, which two were probably the most important hires in Purdue athletic history. I mean, he was here when the women's team won the national championship in '99. I'm assuming when did he get hired on?
93.
Yeah, I was gonna say 93.
So I've got it up because I didn't realize. I knew through all this, I had no idea he was there that long.
Yeah,
so he was one of the longest tenured AD in the country.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that coach, I can't remember her name. I'm blanking on her name, but I'm pretty sure he probably made that hire too. I can't imagine that coach.
Lynn, was it the basketball coach, women's basketball coach? Is it Lynn something?
Did he make that hire?
I have no idea.
But
I think he did.
That's a huge hire. I mean, he was here when the baseball team in 2012, won the Big Ten, or at least went to the tournament. So that was huge. And obviously, like Tan, what you said is he did a lot for the non-revenue sports, which is equally as important. But yeah, I mean, for all of his, I guess you would call them faults. I mean, he loved Purdue, and he showed that. I mean, you saw this past week with all the number of athletes, former athletes, current athletes, post on social media about how he took the time to learn everybody's name, which you don't see that everywhere. It seemed like a guy who just truly loved Purdue, and it's definitely a sad day, sad week, sad time.
Lynn Dunn.
Yes, and no, I think she was at Purdue before '93,
Okay.
so no,
Yes.
He did not make that hire.
I didn't know she was a coach that long.
So 9 years, yeah.
She was there 1987 to 96.
Then he hired Kerr after her. Christy Kerr.
Yep.
And then Sharon Versup, of course. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of fans only remember what he did towards the end of, as far as hires go, Danny Hope, Daryl Hazel, of course. But he did many great things for the university. Many great things he did for the facilities. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at the golf course. They got a league golf course.
The Mackey renovation.
Well, and that's another one that how the women's golf program dominated from like mid-late 2007 through 2012, constantly finishing.
Yeah, they won
top They won the title in like 2010 or something,
yes.
and then they've finished like top 3 or 4 in like four or 5 straight years, which like no other school had done. Like you said, the non-revenue generating sports took a big step forward in those last 15 years of Burke's
Volleyball
tenure.
took a big step forward.
Then when did baseball had that good year? Was that like 14, 15, 12? Okay, when they
went to the
that was the last year of
regionals,
of Lambert Field before they moved into Alexander Field, which Morgan spearheaded that movement. Very nice college baseball park. If you haven't seen a game there, try to get to one next year.
Yeah, it's a beautiful women's soccer facility.
He definitely, I would say, utilized the revenue from the Big Ten Network TV deal to its full extent for the non-revenue generating sports. He's definitely, I would say, for those athletes, made it Purdue a more attractive place to come than the facilities that we did have before. I know we look at it. I mean, I'll use his words. I did know Morgan because Morgan did sub for a couple of my HR classes at Purdue. I actually work at the same company that Morgan worked for. Inland Steel, the company I work for, is actually ArcelorMittal, which bought out Inland Steel after Morgan left. I'm in the same department as Morgan was. He definitely knew who I was because where I came from, and Tanner's president is a good friend of him, and he knew that I worked for him at that time. So he definitely was a great man, and he definitely loved Purdue. I'm so happy when in 2017 they named the Aquatic Center after him because that's definitely where he was every morning. I do remember seeing him sometimes there in the mornings when I would go there. So he's definitely a Buller for life, and he's definitely made an impact not only on the athletic program but in the university in general. And he will be dearly missed.
Yeah, I just had a brief interaction with him one time while I was a manager. He asked where I was from, and I said Rochester, Indiana, and brought up my now boss, the CEO of the bank I work for, Dick Belcher, who was a good friend of Morgan's, and we talked about him a little bit. But before I actually met Morgan Burke, my freshman year, when I was interested in being a manager of either the football or basketball team, I actually emailed Morgan Burke, and he forwarded my email to the correct people within the football program and basketball program. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even have had the chance to be a football manager like it was for 2 years. So I can definitely thank him for that. And like you said, Aaron, he'll definitely be missed by Purdue fans and the Purdue community big time.
Yep.
But we got a lot of recruiting news the last few weeks. Recruiting news, transfer news, all types of news. People coming into Purdue. I guess the big thing we can start with was Purdue got themselves a quarterback for the class of 2021, and probably not the quarterback a lot of us thought they were going to get.
Was not
kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think Andrew, you texted Tanner and I, and you're like, "Who is this kid?" Like, you texted the tweet that he had tweeted, and we're like,
he tweeted, and then all the coaches were like, "Got our quarterback," and we're like, "What? Like, who is this guy?" Yeah,
that'd be Sam Jackson. That was originally committed to Minnesota, not once but
twice. Yeah,
he's a 3-star on most websites, but he has a 4-star, I think, on 247.
Yep.
He is only 5'10", pretty small for a quarterback, but if you watch his tape, he can throw the ball. He's got a lot of arm strength. Of course, he can move. He can scramble, and I think that's something Jeff Brom and Brian Brown are kind of looking for, more of a dual threat quarterback. But I think as long as the Broms are at Purdue, they're still going to always want somebody, of course, who can be accurate, especially throwing the ball downfield. But they do kind of want that dual threat, and that's why I still think Jack Plummer probably has a leg up on Aiden O'Connell as far as the quarterback race.
Agreed. I'd agree with that.
I am interested to see how Austin Burton does, but he doesn't have much time to learn the offense. So time is not on his side.
Not in the current circumstance where we're at. It's probably a 2-man race between O'Connell and Plummer. But I don't know if you guys watched Jackson's tape. I
watched a little bit.
You did? Okay. I'm not impressed.
No,
I'm going to be a hard critic here.
I believe I
was impressed. I can't wait. Like, feel pretty good.
I mean,
I believe Evan in our text was like, "Wow, he's got some Mahomes in him. Mahomes in him," is what I think Evan said like 2 weeks ago.
No.
A little bit.
Polar opposite of what Lynch
He can
is
throw
saying.
the ball
now.
off further than I thought he could.
It's a highlight tape. I
I
don't
know.
know.
It's a highlight tape, yes. He wants to make big plays, it looks like. He's not going through reads. He's literally screaming outside the pocket. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but his release is quite long. And
he's a very, very good athlete, and I think the coaches can see that and make whatever and develop him. He's not going to play his freshman year. I mean, he's got time. He's going to be a senior in high school. He's probably going to come in redshirt because at that time Plummer will be a redshirt junior.
I think Alamo will probably be.
Exactly. And Kyan O'Connell will still be there, right? Because O'Connell's just a junior.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be his senior year. So, I mean, he's going to be – and then Burton's only 1 year, right? He doesn't have 2 years, does he?
He's got
2 years.
Two. And then Alamo will be a redshirt freshman, most likely, hopefully. Paferi, I mean, he's going to be –
it's going to be a loaded quarterback room. It's going to be
he's going to have time to figure all that out and work with the Brahms for a while, and I trust them that they can figure that out.
Got a comment here from Brian Hannon. According to 247, they offered Jackson before Macaulay. Not sure if that means Jackson was their first choice.
I know that. Yeah, the one thing I did worry about was I think they said that, I don't know if it was Jackson who said it or someone else, but they said that his biggest room for improvement is his accuracy.
That was Jackson himself.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I didn't read too much into that because I feel like that's exactly what like a 17-year-old quarterback should say is like accuracy or like reads and everything like that. So I mean, that's what I was like. What else is he gonna say? You need to work on.
He needs to work on
I'm
footwork.
the best. Yeah,
he needs to work on footwork. That's for sure.
I guess my worry is, I mean, I hate going back to the height thing since Tanner's the short one here.
Oh, come on. That hurts.
Is the fact that, you know, does it increase his chance of just rolling out of the pocket simply just to see? But I mean, we had, you know, Blau wasn't the biggest guy. Obviously, the famous Purdue quarterback Drew Brees was not the biggest guy. So obviously, they can make it work. But yeah, that is obviously a.
But then also,
go for it.
He may have to roll out of the pocket because the offensive line isn't going to be Wisconsin or Ohio State, to where he's going to be able to sit there and have a clean pocket for 5-6 seconds. So he's going to have to move a little bit. And
I know that's been Aaron's biggest critique, his ability to get good offensive linemen, which has been a Purdue struggle for 2 decades now.
Because there's just not that many that come in, and like it's all of them are like, okay, what are they going to be in 3 years?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of luck and good coaching and development.
You're 100% right, Andrew. But the issue is you're not getting your in-state talent to come to Purdue. And there was a 3-star guard that was like huge. He's like 6'7", 300 pounds over here in Maryville, Indiana. And the only offer he had was Minnesota. Like, I don't understand why he didn't get a look or anything from us. I mean, because we need depth regardless. You know, going to another recruit real quick. I'm afraid we might lose Josh Sales now. Based on 247, I mean, he's leaning towards IU.
I'm a little worried about that too. I figured he would have committed by now already.
I thought he was good buddies with the guard Richards. Like that they talked about committing together, and they had him and the freshman center from Avon, Noblesville, Gus Hartwig. They were all together at a camp last fall or something with Richards, Sales, and
You're
Hartwig.
correct on everything I've read, but ever since Macaulay went there.
So I don't put too much stock in what 247 puts, because some of those guys, I mean, they put in their there's really only a couple of guys that I really look for if they put in their.
But I think one of the two guys you look for was the one that put his crystal ball on Webby.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then Donovan Macaulay, who was the quarterback prospect a lot of Purdue fans wanted. It looked like Purdue was in good shape for him until they got the commitment for Jackson. The very next night, he committed to Indiana over other offers from Iowa, Purdue, Ole Miss, and Missouri. So Indiana gets a 4-star quarterback, probably their best quarterback recruit, definitely their best quarterback recruit since Antoine Randall left.
Yeah, that one
sucks.
sucks.
It's kind of what we were afraid of when Jackson committed. It was like, well, if Macaulay was down to, I think he came out with the top 5 of Purdue, Iowa, IU, Ole Miss, and
Missouri.
And and all of them had
It was
taken quarterbacks except IU now after Purdue did, I think.
Yeah, I think, and then he hadn't seen Ole Miss. He hadn't
Yeah.
seen our campus yet, so that was. Yeah, I don't know. Do we know if obviously it came out that we picked Jackson over McCulley, which that gives me confidence that the Brahms were okay with taking.
And I think they made it known to him that we want you to be quarterback. We are going to give you every shot to at least be quarterback. Whereas Notre Dame, Oregon, some of the other schools want him to be cornerback or wide receiver, slot wide receiver.
So the way I see it, or what I was hoping to read into it, is yes, you kind of take a flyer on Jackson, though he's got a really, really high ceiling if he hits it. If not, he's a very good
athlete
that he can do. But then also there's a 2022 quarterback South. I think his name's Brady Allen, who was very, very highly regarded as a top quarterback in the country. That is a true pocket passer. I'm sure he's a good athlete. He's not anywhere near what Jackson is, but it doesn't. You can definitely have both of them. I mean, like they're different quarterbacks that if you get to a point where you get both of them, like you can make that work. And I'm sure Braum would. So I think if anything, maybe Braum feels pretty comfortable and he wants Allen the next year, and he's going to have just wants a mix of kind of that dual threat running athlete as well as having the guy who can sling it like Elijah Sindelar or something. So,
well, and it's interesting.
That's what I hope the master plan is.
Yeah, it's interesting you brought that up because it seemed like Braum always preferred Sindelar to Blau because he had that bigger body, that NFL type body, and could throw it down the field.
I'm going to say, looking at Braum's history of quarterbacks, going back to Western Kentucky, I mean, none of them I remember being scrambling type quarterbacks. No. I mean, Dory was the only one, and he might of the ones that make the pros besides Blau.
Yeah.
And he was a pocket passer, I remember, at Western Kentucky. And I can't remember any before that when he was coordinator. So, I mean, this is, I think, uncharted territory for even Braum and staff.
Yeah, it's
a dual threat.
When they were recruiting McCulley, and there was reports, they were looking for like a dual threat. I was like, where the heck did this come from? I feel like because we saw, I guess he was stuck with Blau and Sindelar, but then
Jack, Plummer, Alimo.
Yeah, those all kind of
were his.
Weren't run first people, so that when
good athletes.
Yeah, good athletes, but in terms of a true scrambler, it was kind of. I remember reading about that with McCulley. Thinking, that's definitely feel like a departure from. Unless he just decided to completely flip the script and change the system.
Yeah,
he's probably he's learning. He's been a head coach. He hasn't. How long? He hasn't been a head coach for all that long.
Year. This will be his seventh year.
And so, and then maybe it's just options. Because maybe he's kind of go back and forth. He's going to have a couple of each in his QB room, where he's going to have both kind of guys. He's going to have the Jack Plumbers. You can pretty good athletes. O'Connell can sling it. Then he wants to mix in Jackson and another good athlete.
Well, we know as Purdue fans, it doesn't hurt to have a lot of good options stacked because Purdue does not go through a season with just one quarterback. Somebody's going down.
When was the last time that happened? Like Joey Elliott or something?
I believe it was Joey Elliott in 2009. Yep, I believe so. Which is unbelievable. But
you sure it wasn't Etling that one year, his sophomore year?
I thought
because he got replaced by Appleby.
They went all flip flopped.
Yeah, he got, and then Appleby got replaced by Blau, and then Blau started a lot, and then he got hurt. Appleby had to come in for the bucket game.
I don't want to remember those years.
Yeah,
years are awful.
Yeah, great stuff there, but
Paisley Hat.
But Purdue's definitely got their quarterback for the class of 2021. Got a nice transfer addition that hopefully can play right away if he gets a waiver, which I think anybody transferring from Iowa right now probably will get a waiver. And that's DJ Johnson, cornerback originally from Indianapolis, North Central High School. Purdue offered him out of high school. Didn't get him, but he started every game last year for Iowa.
As a redshirt freshman, correct?
As a redshirt freshman. So if he can get eligibility right away this year, he'll have 3 years of eligibility remaining. And I think he can come right in and probably start for the Boilers, and all of a sudden you look at a spot at defensive back that looked like a weakness. Now I'd say it's up there with the defensive line as the strength of the defense.
Yep.
That's assuming Howard. I know the JUCO, what's his
Giovanti.
Yeah, Giovanti Howard who was highly recruited, highly ranked as a JUCO. So I mean, there's always going to be that transition of how he's going to acclimate to Big Ten football. But I mean, all the talent seems to be there. So yeah, with DJ and then Trice and then Cam Allen, the safety. Yeah. And,
don't forget about Marvin Grant.
Yeah.
Freshman, and then you got the safety from UConn, the grad transfer.
Yeah.
I
So
think
totally remade.
The transfer from UConn looks pretty good right now because he knows Diaco's defense.
Exactly.
And Poindexter, wasn't Poindexter at UConn too at the same time? Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, good points. That was an intrigue there. So at least they got some depth there. Or starting to get some depth there, and
yeah, because they had lost some DBs. Had a couple transfer,
4 or 5. Kenneth Major, he was really the main one.
He was the one who was going to play, and then there was like Tyler Hamilton was one, like a wide receiver that I think he was the one who committed in between, like before Braum was hired, but Purdue didn't have a coach, right? He was,
yep. And then Cornell Jones left, but he wasn't a defensive back, but he's already off Florida State's team, by the way. So that lasted like 2 days.
2 days into practice,
who knows what happened there. But I'm liking to look at the defense. I'm really anxious to see what Diaco runs. I think it's going to be more of a 3-4, but it also says he can go into a 4-3 at times. I'm excited about Lorenzo Neal coming back. Of course, Karlaftis, Derek Barnes. They should be fun to watch. I am still worried about the linebacker situation.
I'm kind of excited, though. I'm kind of excited to see Jalen Graham, what he can do as a really good athlete at linebacker. Yeah, he's going to be smaller, but maybe not. I don't know what he's at.
The other day, I still thought he was going to play more safety, but how I read the other day, it sounds like he is full-time linebacker now.
I think there's like one position they talked about. I don't know. I've read like the cat and the dog or like that's part of the linebackers. I don't know. And I think Graham is going to be one that, I mean, he's got to be a good athlete. So I think it's smaller where he's going to be, playing up, but I think a lot of coverage and playing and covering a lot of ground versus I think Mitchell is going to, I don't know, who's massive. He's like Jawan Bentley.
Huge. Yeah.
The other JUCO.
Graham's going to play like that hybrid role like Buchanan played out in with the Arizona Cardinals. So in that 3-4 scheme. So it's definitely going to give us a side-to-side linebacker with him.
And then, of course, on offense, I just rubbed my hands together. As long as if the quarterbacks have time to throw the ball, there's just weapons everywhere.
Which, I mean, the offensive line has to be better. I mean, they've got – it seems like they're kind of – this will be the year, I think, Lynch, where you need to see improvement because it's the guys that have been in the system 2-3 years – and it seems like there's potential.
I think Harwood's probably going to start right away, too.
I think Victor Beach, I don't know if we see him play again. It sounds like his back's in really bad shape.
I thought Garvin did okay as
he did.
Fill-in center. Did all right.
I mean, there was a lot of guys put in tough spots last year because of injuries. I mean, but, it was funny. I was reading today an article on incoming freshman running backs, which is Tyreek Murphy. And if they thought he'd redshirt or not, and Tom Dienhart said he doesn't think he will redshirt. He thinks he'll play along with Keem DeRue and Xander Horvath. I completely forgot about Horvath. I forgot how he went off for 164 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Bucket game. Hopefully he can keep that going into next year. And it would be nice to have those 3 horses in the backfield to go along with the passing game with Rondell and David Bell and Ahmad Anderson and Jared Sparks and Jackson Anthrop and Payne Durham, Garrett Miller, Billadell.
Did you say TJ Sheffield?
Sheffield, Marshawn Rice.
Bill Raheem Rockman?
Yeah.
I mean, Malik Carr.
Malik Carr. I'm getting excited. It's only June. And, I'm still cross my fingers that we even have football. But, no, gotta stay positive or I'm going to drive myself insane. So, but no, looking at the schedule and everything, this is a big year for Jeff Brom and company. It's year 4. It's time to, last year was kind of a pass because of the injury situation and everything, but it's time to see a strong season this year.
Go
ahead, Webby.
I was kind of going to go off on a little bit of tangent. Can you schedule? But if
that's what I was going to say, schedule.
Okay, schedule. If there's something that came out that I don't know if it was a rumor, but there was something talking about how it could be just a conference season schedule. But then people are talking about, well, what if we just do regional games? If that happened, who would you want us to play? If it was like more regionalized instead of traveling,
we got to pick Notre Dame up, which would be nice to get them at home. this year because we're going there next year, and then there's like a 2 or 3 year break, and then we play them for like 6 straight years back and forth. But
Tanner, do you think there's any chance Notre Dame would come to Purdue just because we're playing at Notre Dame next year? No.
Nope.
No, because technically our last game against them in 2014 was supposed to be at Notre Dame, and they got moved to Lucas Oil. So I thought we would get the home game first, but that didn't happen. So
if we're playing regional games, I want to play Louisville again.
yeah, no,
That'd be cool.
Louisville, give me
Yeah.
Kentucky. I would like to play Kentucky. They're good now.
Mhm.
We
I don't
got
want-
All State. I would think.
Don't want to play Ohio State.
No, we get them the next year again over there. But yeah, you can do. Unfortunately, though, a lot of the regional teams are the MAC schools.
Right. You got
So-
direct from Michigan.
So you just mean IU schedule. So you just want IU schedule.
Yeah. Plus, you could throw in. You could
they-
throw in the Big Ten: Ohio State, Northwestern, Illinois, Michigan State, Michigan.
I think
Throw
the only one thing you're missing about IU schedule, they play Florida Atlantic, Florida International.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
You could throw in Illinois State to bring SPAC
that'd be
back.
cool. That'd be cool.
That would be really cool, actually.
But yeah, we're going to see. I don't know how it's going to shape out. I'm glad I don't have a job that I have to make any of those decisions. And if they're able to have fans, who can come to games, who can't. That just
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of sleepless nights of stress.
You're not going to make everybody happy, and you're going to actually make a lot of people angry. So yeah, a lot more people angry. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So we will see.
Can we jump back to recruiting now? Because I think we missed one big recruit that we need to talk about. What's your guys' thoughts on Yanni since now Wisconsin went and got that outside back?
I've
Feel
felt good
better.
the whole time.
I've
I
never
haven't,
felt
but-
great.
I've never felt great.
There we go. That's what I'm exactly feeling.
Why does that not surprise me about you two?
I mean, I was happy when I think Andrew, you texted us saying that they picked up another linebacker, which was good because I think they were.
It's 4 now.
But it's like 4-star linebackers. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good, but it's also like crap. Purdue has to play that.
Right.
I know.
And that linebacker is actually an outside rusher. I mean, I think they'd kick Yanni into the middle.
I just think the family ties.
I
I'd be
agree.
surprised if he walks away, but we've seen crazy things happen before.
I would be surprised, but then it's also like I'm worried about how would that look as like a program to where it's like, okay, like, yeah, George has had this great year and you're supposed to be up and coming, and then his stud brother chooses to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I feel like that would
It
just
would be a kick. It would be
Okay.
rule the belt.
yeah.
It'd probably be one of the worst recruiting losses we've had in football in recent. I can never
I would
think
agree.
about.
I don't know.
Circumstances because he can't visit right now, Oregon or
Yeah.
Cal, and so
But
it's pretty much from
yeah,
Purdue.
you'd think.
I would think.
I can't see him going out west though. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
mean, I think for me, it was Wisconsin was the scary one because it's not
Mhm.
all that
Mhm.
far. Still in the Big
Good.
Ten.
Good tradition, good defense,
tradition.
good
Yeah,
goal,
great,
yeah,
yeah.
good team, yeah, everything. Yeah.
I mean, and say we do have a season this year, and George plays well, and then he's looking to have a good junior and then jump. So Yanni would only get 1 guaranteed year playing with his brother, but he could still get 2 if George decided to stay
Yeah.
for 4 years. That might be too hard to walk away from.
The only,
Could come to all of his games.
you're right on that. I
Fair.
will say this: Yanni's starting day one
Oh,
on that
absolutely.
defense. I don't know if he's starting day one at Wisconsin.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
He's probably a
Then-
rotational player at best.
And
And
I
he-
feel like Brom and company, they fulfill those promises. When they promise kids playing time right away, they get playing time right away.
Well, you can see it with, I mean, like it's happened, like Rondo Moore, David Bell, George Karlaftis, all these guys. I mean, I don't know if Malik Carr was promised that or not, but I mean, I'm sure he was given like, hey, you're different than anything we have. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna have an opportunity.
And to
To
play
go
wide
out.
receiver, not tight
Yeah.
end.
And Yanni wants to graduate mid-year and enroll
Mhm.
in January, correct? So I mean, he's kind of on the clock. I mean, in like 6 months, he's enrolling in college.
Oh, they kept saying him and Macaulay, they both want to do that. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
of course, Macaulay made up his mind now to Indiana, but and just with the circumstances not being able to go on visits, who knows if or when you're going to be able to do that. Yeah. So we're going to see a lot of kids choose schools they might not have chose if the circumstances were differently, but that's just kind of how it is right now. It's just wild. But I feel good, Lynch. If your question. It's
And
me.
so-
I have to be positive or I drive myself nuts.
I didn't feel good when George was committed and he was still planning on taking visits.
That was
Yeah, when he was like Michigan, Ohio State was
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good then.
Well, then all the Michigan people are like, oh yeah, he's obviously going to flip to Michigan. Like, obviously, Duh.
They're fine.
He got turned off by the khakis.
But they're so close.
I hate
being
Harbaugh,
national championship. They've been so close for the last like 7.
Ohio State owns them.
Really probably what the Michigan fans like. He didn't want to come to Ross Aid and have to go to that guest locker room. Obviously,
Exactly.
That's why he just chose like I got to stay in the home locker room here.
I hope we go up there and rip their facilities apart or something. We got great facilities, but I don't know. Talk about House of Horrors for Purdue. Won there once since the '60s. Joe Elliott company.
Speaking of recruiting, again, we did have a recruit that sounded like he was pretty much a silent commit, but then he flipped to
Memphis,
one of the
morally
Louisiana defensive backs,
high moral standards of Memphis.
Why do you guys think a kid would go to a non-Power 5 school over?
I mean, Memphis
last year.
I know they went good, but I feel like programs like that can fall off quicker too.
The Power 5s.
Because their coach, I believe,
Mike Norvell.
Coach,
did he leave?
Yeah,
he left.
Yeah.
Now,
who's he coaching for?
Florida State.
Yes, their offensive coordinator became their new head coach.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Those programs they can catch fire and then disintegrate.
You get more exposure, I guess, at a Power 5, but
well,
could probably play. There's probably more guaranteed playing time. You're not gonna maybe I don't know. Maybe not.
I mean, Memphis, they've produced draft picks though lately.
Yeah.
So I gotta say that,
it's a hell of a lot closer to Louisiana.
Yeah.
Do you want to come somewhere cold when you've lived in Louisiana probably your whole life?
Like go to Memphis though.
Hey, maybe he likes barbecue. I don't know.
Yeah. I like barbecue.
I don't know.
But no, that's a good point, Lynch. I mean, a lot of times I forget about the temperature because we've grown up in the Midwest and we're accustomed to it. But yeah, a lot of kids coming from warm climates. That's quite a culture shock.
Well, the other thing is it's Grigsby, right? The other DB from
who postponed his. I think he was supposed to announce his commitment June 24th, and now he's postponed it. So I don't know. That's Grigsby, right? He was the one that Purdue, it seems like, was recruiting first. This guy who just committed to Memphis, I thought he just kind of popped up like later. It was like, oh, and yeah, they're actually buddies, and then now they're talking. Yeah, I thought they're going to be a package deal. But
yeah.
Oh well.
We'll see.
Yeah. The other thing is how silent
D.J. Johnson. I mean, got him for 3 years, so
that's the guy that helps out.
And Trice is only a true sophomore.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Cam Allen, safety, is a true sophomore.
Yep. I'm excited about him. I think he's got a really good year. And Trice too, both those guys. But basketball recruiting, not a ton going on.
Is there a tournament? They're going to play something this weekend.
Is a tournament.
Yeah, there's
or a couple games or showcase or something.
Yeah, I think at least the Indy Heat, they're gonna have something up in Fort Wayne, which will have Caleb First is gonna be there, Blake Wesley.
Same team, right? Are they the same team?
I think the same team, yeah. Indy Heat. A few other guys that we're going after for some of the later classes, but yeah, it's interesting to see how this was gonna turn out for all these AAU tournaments because I mean. We kind of talked about I don't know if we talked about it in the last podcast, but I mean, this summer actually can really hurt 2022 because it's usually that's when Painter's a really good job of jumping on those guys early. And we saw kind of a slew of offers go out last week, but yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, they offered a ton of people last week. I couldn't even keep up with all the offers going out.
Did Izzo offer all of them like the same day? It's usually what happens, right? Just Painter identifies. It's like, Painter offered him. I probably want him to.
I will wait until like a week before the kid decides. Make one trip in.
He's down to I'm down to Purdue and Missouri, and Michigan State offers. I'm gonna commit there tomorrow.
I hate them. I hate them.
Do you know what about the other school in Michigan? Michigan Actual. I hate them too.
I don't like them either when it comes to recruiting, but. They tried to take one of our guys, kind of maybe.
That's a segue.
Yeah, dude. What do you guys think about the tweet about credits not transferring? Is that legit?
I mean, I never will know, I guess, but I feel like if a school wants you bad enough,
they're gonna make it work.
Pull some strings and find a way. I don't know. Because
we were talking about another group chat about what his major was, and he was a selling and sales management. And I looked at Michigan's business school, and they don't really have anything.
Wouldn't that be like marketing? Wouldn't that be like marketing?
there's different
in
form.
a way, yeah. But they had like a business admin degree, and there wasn't much in terms of what they had in their business.
You look at that before you decided to transfer it and you post it all over social media.
Right. But I mean, Michigan's a freaking good school.
Oh,
so
very
that was
good.
like, I mean, I think someone on the board, this because the tweet goes, it makes Purdue feel like a JUCO if his credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Transfer.
Half. It was like half. Didn't he say it was like, oh, my 48 of my 96 aren't
Something like
there was
that.
a tweet last night. So, what was your favorite part of the No Gel Eastern era at Michigan? I'm gonna go find them. I'm gonna go find the comments and read all of them.
Oh God, that was an interesting situation because I think someone said that Howard was talking about No Gel on the Big Ten Network for something, but I think it sounded like if they couldn't get him this year, I don't think they were going to take him. Which I think that probably plays into it. Was if
he has no reason to get a waiver.
No,
and unless they were banking on the NCAA doing the one-time transfer, allowing that to happen, but didn't. I don't know.
Yeah. What was your favorite memory from the No Gel Eastern era at Michigan? Get ready for these. One response: he never missed a free throw. Juwan Howard finding out you had to obtain credits in college. Being tied with him on the career points list.
There you go.
I
think the Howard one's my favorite.
He wasn't wearing old gold and black anymore. That's a little harsh.
Yeah, jeez.
Wheeler talking crap to him on Twitter.
Real crap. Whatever.
I'm drawing a blank. Oh yeah, that's it.
Was this a Michigan site or a Purdue fan who put this out?
I have to give it was a Purdue fan that put it up.
Okay.
I have to give credit to Juwan Howard. He was able to coach No Gel to the point that he never missed a free throw in a Michigan uniform.
It's been fun to watch the recruits decommit for Michigan or choose to opt for the G League instead of playing for him. So.
The guy who made the tweet said No Gel was winless against Purdue during his time as a Wolverine. That might be my favorite one.
So what do you guys think he's going to do?
I'm going to say he does go to a college. I know nothing about their academic situation, credits, nothing. But it's the college I thought he might go to originally. I don't even know if they have interest, if he has interest, but it's kind of close to home for him. That's DePaul. That's just my guess. I don't even know if there's any interest, but I'm sticking to it.
Be in the Big East.
Yep.
You want me to go about this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he already didn't make one smart decision. So I'm going to say he goes pro. And, I will say that
summer league.
No, he won't even make summer league. You have to shoot in the NBA. He can't. He's not going to make.
Pretty sure Roosevelt Jones was in the G League and summer league, and he never took a jump shot either.
Solid basketball player.
Yes, that's a little different.
Yeah, he scored a lot more, but he didn't have a jump shot either.
Yeah.
There's a little difference between Roosevelt Jones and No Gel Eastern. No Gel Eastern's not good enough to make the Euro League, so I'm just going to let that. So he's going to make the Taipei Chinese League.
He's good on defense, but
you're good on defense. This isn't the Last Dance documentary.
You know what No Gel should do? He should come back to Purdue and play like safety or something.
I don't want him back at the university. I'm sorry.
I don't know if his credits will transfer back.
I mean, could you one guy's could you imagine? Do you think Painter would take him back? No.
Hell no.
That would cause so much trouble in the locker room.
On the board did say that. I think Painter would do it too. Is have him back at the university, just not on the team, just at least help him graduate.
Can he do that though? With so he'd give him. You're saying give a scholarship for basketball, but not have one team.
I'm sure there's something they could do.
That would,
in an era where where athletic departments are trying to save every dollar they can.
When they gave back probably, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars for the semester. I know Butler. I heard that with Butler gave back like half of the fees they collected the second semester this year because students weren't there. But
I think Painter really truly cares for his players. I think he wants him to succeed, and if that means coming back and going to school, then it's not. There's no way in hell he'd be on the team again.
Well, and while we're on the topic, real quick, I don't think we talked about this last podcast. What's your guys' opinion now on Matt Harms?
Much better.
Yeah. I mean, I will say at least he graduated.
Yeah.
I I understood. I didn't like it.
Schools.
What?
I'm surprised at his choice of schools, but
Yes.
Oh, it's better than like Kentucky.
I thought it had been smarter for him to go to Kentucky if he wants to try to make
Why?
the next level.
Yeah,
They
but
need a center. They don't have a center. He could have played a bunch. I mean,
They had one player returning as of like 2 months ago.
I mean, he could be the man at BYU, but say what you want about scumbag Cal, but he gets guys to the pros.
Well, I thought, man, I know when I was on the last podcast right before the Big Ten tournament, I said he would go
That
pro
didn't
and he would go back to Europe to be pro.
Yeah,
I really thought that was what he was going to do.
I did too, man. I did too.
It doesn't make sense. I don't think BYU makes him a better player.
I just think he just wants playing time. I think it's all it is.
I mean, he will be the guy because they lose a bunch from a really good team.
I think he's wanting 30 plus minutes a game, and
He didn't want to.
But what's that going to show the NBA scouts?
I don't know.
if he can consistently hit a three, I mean, if he can get to where he's
Gotta
a threat
take him
from
to hit him.
outside, yeah.
he was injured most of this year.
Yeah,
correct, but
game.
If he gets a reliable jump shot as like can be a true like semi outside threat for a 7-footer, I mean, I think he still has a chance to go to the NBA, and that's just maybe he just wants the opportunities. I don't know because
I think
I think you're going down the right point, but the one thing I don't think transitions well is he's slower than Hammonds. I think.
No.
When Hammonds would run, all right. When Hammonds would run,
I was gonna say Tanner. I like Tanner's point about Kentucky because Harms was so good last year. I guess 2 years ago now is because we had an amazing guard who could drive to the basket, would suck everybody in. We just didn't have that this last year, and I think if you go to Kentucky, they've got
they're going to have that. Yeah,
is going to be those types of guys.
But are they going to pass him the ball?
I mean, if he's open.
I don't know. I don't know. Those guys, that doesn't probably stop a lot of guys. They're getting like double, triple team and jack it up. I don't know.
I'm still mad about Derek Willis. I saw the old Kentucky game the other day.
Wow, that was.
I'm like,
I forgot
man,
about him.
he was one of Purdue's highest ranked recruits ever. He
played
plays.
Yeah,
So,
played like.
Maybe he was a senior and played a bunch. There was one year he got a chance.
I don't know if he played a bunch. He played like he was like the seventh guy. Yeah,
could have been Purdue's like main dude.
Like as like a sophomore. Yeah,
I want to go play for Kentucky.
So
he probably won a national championship.
I mean, he got a lot of pressure being an in-state player from Kentucky. So,
did Tyrese Maxey declare for the draft from Kentucky?
I think
couldn't tell you.
I couldn't name you a player on Kentucky's basketball team last year.
I can't remember who's declared for the draft because
I don't remember who was even good in college basketball last year.
Yeah, who won the national championship?
I was happy Illinois technically didn't make the tournament.
You're right. Purdue didn't miss the tournament either.
We did not miss the tournament. Our streak's still alive because we could have won the Big Ten tournament. Most likely wouldn't have, but we could have.
Okay, so Derek Willis played 18 minutes as a junior and 22 minutes as a senior and averaged 8 points and 7 points.
Okay. Better than I thought.
That is better than that. He played 2 minutes, 3 minutes of freshman, 4 minutes as a sophomore.
Yeah. Which he would have started at Purdue back then. Oh well, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I mean, Tyrese Maxey did declare. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know if it says if they're staying in or not.
Well, they got to like
August
to make up their mind.
Well, the issue is they can actually go back to school, and I actually think that might be the better decision is go back and play college basketball.
But then the draft will be loaded then next year.
October,
so then, because then you've got 2 years on top of it, and So these kids that are going, like the high schoolers that are going straight to the G League this year, are they eligible to be in the draft then next year?
Yes.
How does that work?
Yes, they are because like Isaiah Todd, he will be eligible to be in the draft next year. The draft will still be intriguing just because, I mean, you still have Obi Toppin, you still have LaMelo Ball, and all these other players that they're never going back to college. But then you would have these other players that probably would come back to college, and college basketball would actually look really, really good next year, and be really deep on talent. I'd probably say the deepest it's been in some time. But I just don't know how many of these kids are just going to stay in the draft. That's just so uncertain.
It'll be interesting. You guys want to cover the TBT at all, or just skip that?
I want to cover one basketball recruit.
Okay.
What's your guys' thoughts on offering Jalen Washington?
From
Purdue's been interested for a long
Chicago,
time.
Yeah.
Coming off a knee injury, but
I thought he came off like 2 knee injuries.
yeah, but from
He's
whatever
young. Get him out of the way before he gets to Purdue.
I've heard, he's just a freak
awesome.
talent. So
Yeah.
I think the knee injuries help Purdue because then he can't play and go get seen by Izzo.
He's been off.
I can just title this podcast "Rip Izzo."
We all hate Izzo. It's fine.
What'd you say, Ed?
What?
What'd you say about him?
I'm pretty sure he's already been offered by some pretty decent schools, is he not? I know Purdue and IU have offered him, but I thought some other big names had done so as well.
Did Michigan offer him?
What?
Shut up, Tanner. Nobody likes them
I
either.
thought Michigan has
I
offered
hate
him.
the whole state. Okay.
But to imagine, I mean, let's say, I know it's a long way away because it's 2022, but if we do get him, I mean, we'd be loaded at the forward position. Let's say that Ingram commits and we have first.
Don't get me
and
excited.
then, huh?
Don't
Already
get me
there.
excited.
We'd have a logjam at 4. I don't know if he could play 5 with those bad knees, and he's a twig.
I think First could play 5.
Yes, he can.
He'd be one small 5, I think.
He's like 6'10", isn't he?
Probably
6'10".
Holmes played a little 5 senior
I
year.
thought he was 6'8".
Which in the program he's 6'11" then.
Probably home on Carl Landry played a little 5, but Carl was a bull.
Yeah. Jalen Washington is 6'8", 190. According to Rivals, he has offers from Indiana, Purdue, and Maryland. Maryland just got someone.
Maryland.
The other side said Iowa as
What
well.
are they doing? Get out of here, Turgeon.
I think
Nobody likes Turgeon. He's not
He
going.
looks like a
Maryland's got
terrapin.
Maryland's got to commit from someone.
He's a good recruiter.
Yeah.
You can't coach his talent though.
No.
Gets a bunch of thugs. Who was that big guy? Diamond Stone. I think he
Oh,
was him.
God.
I hated him. Trimble. I hated him.
Bruno.
Oh gosh. Yeah, Bruno.
Sticks.
Jalen Smith wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I just remember like Stone. I think Stone
He
and
was
Trimble was a baby, and
Trimble threw his head back.
every
Fancy
freaking
kid.
time.
Yeah. Who's the dude that just had this past year? Guard who
Hmm?
can make clutch shots.
Cowan.
Cowan.
Down, yeah.
I was going to say Aaron Wiggins, but
Yeah.
I don't think he
Cowan
hit
was
some
good.
shots.
But
I mean, I'll take Jalen Washington all day. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
starting a 6'8" guy from Gary, I'll take it.
keep the region ties strong.
Mhm.
Yeah, where's Etuan? Just get Etuan to call him.
Yep.
I just don't know about the knees. That's my big issue.
It'll be
And
interesting.
you're that young and having bad
16.
knees.
He's 16.
I mean, what was his knee injury? Was it like a torn ACL from like running, or not like a stress? Like, oh, your knees are just shot
Because
because
it's torn ACL, they didn't say they're not putting out a
Okay.
medical record because that's HIPAA related.
yeah, I know, but I didn't know if it was like, oh yeah.
We have good luck with torn ACLs. Don't worry.
Exactly.
There hasn't been any in a while though. I feel like
I would.
Yeah. Yeah, because all the football.
like Marv. Like who was the last one? Like the last big one? Like Marv.
No, Robbie did it since Marv.
Since then, was that after?
No, Marv did it after.
5 times after. I don't know. We had so many.
No, Sindelar tore his ACL.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
This year, that was a big one, I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
collarbone this year.
Collarbone was this year. And ACL was.
ACL was-
Well, he played through it though, so I
Yeah,
kind
he
of forgot
played.
about that.
Legendary performance through it. Really.
Yeah. So really, was that a bad thing? Like,
That
yeah,
was,
it
it set him back
probably
the
was.
following year. He pretty much set out the whole year because it wasn't healed.
That's true,
But is what it is. But
and probably contributed in retiring after this year
but
instead of.
the Men of Mackey are making an appearance in the TBT tournament starting on July 5th. A lot of former Boilers, of course, all former Boilers except one that played at Purdue Fort Wayne. Then it was IPFW.
The Mastodons.
So you're looking at, I'm just doing this off the top of my head, but
I've got it right here.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep, just read it. I don't want to try.
So the GM of the team is Ryan K. Gotta be honest, don't know who that is. Sorry, Ryan K. The head coach, Ryan Smith, graduated in 2012.
He's a head. He's not playing.
No,
Head
he's a coach.
Wow.
He's the assistant coach at Incarnate Word right now, where Carson Cunningham's the head coach.
You got Mr. Evan Boudreau, recent graduate.
Great hair.
The man, Ryan Klein, Tennessee Killer. You got Raphael Davis, the captain. You got Grady Eifert.
Mr. Hustle.
Yep. Frank Gaines from IPFW, now Purdue Fort Wayne.
He plays over in Europe currently
He's
too.
a 6'4" shooting guard. They played Purdue a couple years whenever he was at IPF. They played at Purdue, and I think he scored. At center, you got the big man Isaac Haas.
Big boy.
Protect the elbow.
Too soon still.
At another guard, you got a guy who likes to baptize people, John Octius.
Good one.
Then you got Jaquil Taylor.
That was just yesterday edition.
Yesterday, 6'10". Obviously he played was he at Purdue for 5 years?
Yeah, and then he went to
5 years. Then he had a grad year at Hofstra. And then rounding out, you got Mr. Reliable PJ Thompson.
Big shot PJ. Yep, I think they were looking to try to add Vincent and Dakota, but with G League rules, I don't think they were able to do that. But I thought Haas was technically G League, so I don't know what happened there. Yeah. Maybe he's not anymore.
No, he's not with the Utah Jazz Associate G League.
Oh, what
were it? Stars or something like that?
I don't know what their G League team is, but he's not with it anymore.
I don't know. This team, if they're hitting shots, they can be really good, but if they're not.
Not athletic.
Yeah.
They're not athletic.
Maybe nobody will have an answer for Haas, but they probably will.
Because, so they're not athletic. The team they're playing is pretty athletic.
Yeah. Yep.
But this team's got a bunch of hustle on it.
But I got to admit, I will be tuned in on Sunday, July 5th, whereas I don't know if I would have been. But since they're in it, I'll turn it on and cheer them on.
So why have they not been in? Why have Purdue not done this before?
They've just never organized a team. They've never got one around.
Seems like a missed opportunity.
I was hoping they'd get Chris Kramer on the team too, especially since he's back in Fort Wayne right now. But on the podcast, he was on the Boiler Ball podcast not too long ago. He thinks he only has 3 to 5 years left of playing basketball anyway. So he's coming off an injury. So
I would not have guessed 3 to 5. I would have said 1 to 2.
He thinks 3 to 5. So he just turned. He would be about 33, wouldn't he? 32, 33.
He would be, he'd be 32, 33.
Yeah, probably closer to 3 than 5. But he's playing high Europe ball over there. Mm-hmm. So in Russia.
Well too.
Yeah, he's been hurt by a few injuries here lately.
Should have got Donnie Hale on this team.
Oh my! Oh boy! Yeah.
Jacob Lawson. There's some athleticism.
Man,
what do you think Travis Carroll's doing? I bet Carroll could contribute in this.
What about calling the Johnson brothers?
Tacos somewhere.
Hey, hot take. I like Tyrone a lot when he was on the team.
You don't want Ronnie back?
Hell no. No.
You're annoying when you need them. You guys ready for a little guess the boiler real quick?
Ready to watch Lynch do this? So I don't embarrass
myself. Lynch is up first.
Oh God.
Lynch, I will go over the rules real quick. You can get up to 10 guesses. You try to get in the least amount of guesses. It is a football. They're all football players tonight.
So. Oh darn it! I was hoping we go golf.
Adam Shank, Tyler Duncan. There you go.
PJ Tour winner.
Yep, Tyler Duncan. And Shank and Duncan both made the cut last week. So.
Shank's probably not making the cut this week.
No, did not.
Sorry, Adam. If you're listening.
What did he shoot today? Duncan played really well last week.
He did play well last week, but I think
he's making cuts. He's going to get one soon. He's knocking on the door.
He definitely will.
All right, Lynch, you're up.
Football player, right?
Yes, they're all football players.
Okay, that's one question.
No, it's not. Did he play in the 90s?
No.
Did he play in the 2000s?
Yes.
Oh.
Great question.
Really narrows it down.
Yeah, 10 years to pick from.
Offense or defense?
It's a yes or no question. You got to pick one.
Oh. Was he on a winning bowl team? Was he on a winning bowl team?
I'll give him that defense. He's a rookie here. I'll give him that defense.
Was he on a winning bowl team?
Yes. But wait. No, he never won a bowl game. No.
But he went to bowl games.
Did he play in the NFL?
Yes.
Did he play linebacker in the NFL?
No.
Did he play safety in the NFL?
Yes.
Or Pollard?
You got it.
Holy crap!
You got it.
Pulled that one out of nowhere.
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't even. Oh man, I couldn't even get there.
Well, when you said he didn't win a bowl game, then that really.
Oh, I had to think because he made 2 of them. He only
I was gonna say that wouldn't. I don't know if that would have helped me.
lost the Capital One Bowl, lost the Sun Bowl, and then didn't
I'm
make
terrible at the
Yeah,
years.
I don't remember the bowl game years.
All right. Who wants next?
Tyler.
Okay, but I've got to go one thing. You said Shank's not making the cut. They both they shot even today. They both
It
shot
was 4
even.
over last time I was listening, so
Okay. I didn't. Yeah. He was over par when I knew. So my bad.
he didn't have a Jordan.
He finished. He finished.
Follow the podcast on Twitter. So sorry, Adam.
He played his last 5 holes 4 under. He eagled 5, birdied 6, birdied 8.
Then I didn't listen to that.
Yeah.
I had work-related stuff. Sorry, Shank.
All right. Who's up?
Andrew.
All right.
Is this all football? Is that what
Yeah.
we decided? Okay.
They're all football players tonight.
All right. Does he play offense?
No.
Okay.
What was that?
Damn it. I kind of want to take a guess now.
I might have given it away.
Travis Dorsch.
Yes.
What?
Because he scores points when he kicked, but yeah, nobody's ever going to beat that unless they get it right on the very
Oh
first.
my god,
Andrew pretty much just won the game.
that's not even fair.
The non-Purdue.
That's
round.
great.
3
Actually,
points so far. Don't be one more round. Somebody's got redemption.
First, it's not gonna be me. First, Andrew wins the trivia, and now he gets.
Yeah, that was. I kind of gave it away with my reaction, but
Yeah, you did. I was like, wait a minute. Was there somebody like?
I didn't know how to answer it because
I'm trying to
technically,
think. Okay, who played both ways? Maybe. Or,
That's what I was like. I can't think of any. I'm like, it has to be special teams.
but
Yeah.
yeah, nobody's first guess. Did they play special teams? They play defense and kickoff. Yeah.
Ah,
All right, Webby.
well, this backfired. Okay.
they were down to decades, like I did.
Just throw a random
Usually,
guy.
last time we did it, we did coaches. It was like,
Yeah,
did
that
he
was a
play
big
for
thing,
Tiller?
Did he play for Tiller?
Yes.
Did he only play for Tiller?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm,
Well, I already lost to Andrew, so crap.
you beat me though.
We
The
got
next
one
thing-
more round.
Don't get your hopes up, or I'm not getting my hopes up. Okay. Played for Tiller. Did he play offense?
Yes.
Shut up. How many is that? Is that 3? Okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. Played offense under Tiller. Did he play quarterback,
No.
running back,
No.
Oh,
receiver?
Yes.
Did he play in the Rose Bowl?
No.
I think you got to start guessing at this point. You got 3 left. You
I'm
start
aware.
listing off.
The best part is I have zero idea who to guess.
I have a guess.
I have one too. Taylor Stubblefield.
No.
That was gonna be my guess.
Greg Gordon.
Greg Orton.
No. You got one guess left. It's either
Kyle
yeah-
Ingram.
No.
Dorian Bryant.
No.
Dang it.
Oh, yes.
So funny thing about Dorian Bryant, I was talking to someone and they were talking about our earliest memories of Purdue sports, and the only one I can remember is the 2005 game against Notre Dame. It was like Weiss's first year, and I didn't realize that Dorian Bryant had 14 catches for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. in the game. Huh?
Purdue got
Yeah.
smacked. That's why
Yeah. We're down 28-0 at half, but
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Just kept throwing.
I couldn't believe his stats. They were insane.
he had unbelievable stats at Purdue. Unfortunately, I remember a lot of his freshman year, like the ball he dropped against Wisconsin. Then the following week, he fumbled against Michigan. But he had, a big kick return touchdown one time at Happy Valley. He had some really good
I
moments.
do remember the kick return at Happy Valley.
If it wasn't for a really bad hernia around draft time, he probably would have got drafted, but never did.
If it wasn't Dorian Bryant, I was going to guess Selman Lyman.
Well, yeah, we'll give you that. One more round for everybody.
Oh God.
Lynch, the score is Andrew with 9 points, Lynch with 3, Evan with 0.
I have to go last, right? So, or do I set the mark? Do I go first and just close it out?
We're gonna make you go last, Andrew.
Oh, man.
I'm still trying to think who I'm gonna pick for Aaron here. Okay, I got one.
Did he play under Hazel?
No,
Was he an All-American?
no. Really good player though.
But not an All-American?
hints. No hints.
Is he All Big Ten?
He never made first or I don't believe second team All Big Ten. Believe it or not,
Honorable mention?
I don't know if there's a third year he played.
It would just be honorable mention after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that 2 guesses or 3? I don't remember.
I was just asking it since you didn't say that. Was he? He's really good. Did he play in the 2000s?
No.
Did he play in the 2010s?
No.
Oh man. Did he play in the 80s?
No. So it's one decade. Well, there are a couple decades, I guess.
Is he still alive?
Yes. The fact that you haven't even tried to guess him yet blows my mind.
I have no idea. Probably because the questions have asked have been really bad.
Do you know offense or defense at this point?
No, he doesn't.
Did he touch the ball?
Yes.
What does that mean?
And no, he was not a sitter.
Oh boy.
Did he touch the ball?
Oh crap. Mike Allstott.
Yes.
Oh my God.
my! Out of nowhere.
Wait.
Don't worry. He's got 6 points total. Andrew, so
God bless it.
did he touch the ball?
That's a good question. That's not a bad question.
Yeah, I've heard one.
I like that one.
I mean, he could be a center, so I could
Exactly.
literally eliminate half the positions.
It could have been. Yeah, it could have been like Ken Plu or something.
Oh God.
The ball.
Wasn't the center for one.
Exactly. No, I just say as an offensive lineman who did not touch the ball.
All right, Webby.
Yeah, it could have been Matt Light.
Matt Light and Mike Allstott actually took over Purdue football's Instagram this week.
Very good.
They were pretty.
Hilarious.
They were pretty funny. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I was hoping to be Rod Woodson with the All-American question.
I was trying to figure out when you said that where I was going to go.
I was thinking when you were like, "Oh, he's very good." I'm like,
Yeah, he was
like
not-
Jake Raplogle. That would have been my guess.
Not a second team Big Ten, all Big Ten, believe it or not, because he had like Eddie George. There was a good running back in Northwestern at the time, but he was a beast. For some crap Purdue teams, he was a horse.
Okay. Did he play defense?
Yes.
Can't take a guess, Webby.
I know.
Yeah, I guess if he doesn't get this one, Andrew's the winner, but Andrew's still going to go anyways.
I know.
I mean, I don't want to go.
Party pooper.
Well, your facial expression gave it away for him.
Exactly. It's just a great question, I think.
Defensive player.
No, I had a make sure I have a lot of guys lined up here. I had to make sure I was thinking the right guy. So that's why it took me a while to say yes on defense.
God, I'm just blanking on everybody. I was about to say Bernard Pollard, but that's already been a guess. Trying to think of really good defensive players that we had in the mid 2000s in the cornerback, but I feel like I'm not getting their names right. Do we have one called Antoine Rodgers?
We did.
It was a cornerback.
Your guess?
Yes.
No.
The suspense had me. Okay, well, I lost. Did he play for Tiller?
No.
Ooh.
Did he play for Hope?
Yes.
Ricardo Allen.
Yep.
Wow.
Rico
Island.
Put on the board.
All right, Andrew. I'm between two different guys here.
Did you pass me there? I think you did.
Did I?
Did he?
We had 0. So what did you get? How many before?
I think
Right?
I was 4, wasn't it?
Did I go 4 and 4?
6 and 6. They
No, I
went
went 4.
right.
I think. No, I went 4 and 3. I thought.
Oh, I thought you went 3 and 3. Okay, 7 then.
Woo!
How would I get 6?
All right, Andrew.
Yeah, 6.
I'll tell you.
You ready?
Give him a really hard one.
Since you're going to win anyways, because these are both hard, would you rather have an offense or defensive player?
Offense.
Okay.
So you're gonna pick defense.
No. This guy did play offense.
Did he play for Tiller?
Yes.
Was Drew Brees his quarterback?
Part of his career. Yes.
Okay.
It's hard. You gotta say yes or no.
Shenanigans. Start over. New pick.
I got more guys I could choose from. Start over.
Did he touch the ball?
Yes. That's gonna be a T-shirt more than a breakdown. Did they?
Did he play quarterback?
No. You asked if his quarterback was Drew Brees.
Oh yeah, but it could have been Drew Brees.
No, but no.
It could have been like
He's not
who was Brees' backup? I don't know.
I don't know who his backup was. Brandon Hance redshirted, but
Orton and Brees never overlapped. No. Yeah, that was a bad question. You're right. Take that one back.
nope, it's up there.
I got it right with did he touch the ball?
Yeah. I'm gonna name somebody who played for like Daryl Hazel, aren't I?
Maybe.
These are like the fuzzy years for me when I was like 2000, like
Oh, you were a youngster.
1 to 4, somewhere in there. You shut up. Was he a wide receiver?
No.
Is he a running back?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't help me. I don't. I'm gonna start listing up some, and these are. I'm just gonna go in order of what I think are old. You shut up. I'm gonna name Joey Harris.
No, he was a guest last time.
Oh, damn it.
But he only played for Tiller though, right?
Yeah. And he only played 1 year for Purdue.
Really? Oh yeah.
Well, the other year. Unfortunately, after he was on the GBI preview with John Stanford.
Brandon Jones.
No. Good guess, though.
Oh, 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Wasn't one of the questions if he played for Tiller and the answer was part of his career?
No, that was Drew Brees' quarterback.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
He played
My
for
bad.
Tiller only.
I've been my thinking has been
All right.
the entire time.
Gerard Void.
No. See, you're guessing all the guys in the cluster there.
Yeah.
And they were after Brees. All the guys are
After Brees. So I can't even think of who was Brees' running back because Brees threw the ball 60 times a game, so we didn't freaking run the ball.
One guess left. I almost just gave it away with my clue. I would have gave it away, I think, so I didn't want to say it. I was hoping we'd get some listener and viewer answers tonight, but they're not rolling in. Darn. We still got to do one of these one day with B Dowd. He wants to be on from Boilage Sports. He wants
Actually,
to be
that's a good thought. I should check the live comments, see if anybody's.
There are none.
No.
Cheater.
Well, now you're like dissuading me because I can't think of any. All the running backs I'm thinking of are like 2006.
One guess left.
I know, you shut up. And I'm trying not to make it.
One, so
Yeah, and I can't even think of it. I'm trying to make like a good guess. Not saying this is not my guess. I'm not saying like Ralph Bolden or something like that. That's what I mean. Yeah. I said no, Matt.
it is not Dan Deerking.
I knew that he played for
Not
Hope.
Scott Deerking either. I think that was his dad's name.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right. Should I know this name? Should I know
I
him?
think so. As a pretty big Purdue fan, I think so. You might not remember him, but I know you know the name.
Yeah.
I remember him, but I'm weird. He got worse as he got older during his Purdue career. He had one really memorable game at Purdue.
Oh, God damn it.
Really?
I don't think I think he was way later. Alteric McBurse.
He was way later. He was
That's what I thought.
09 and 10. I was looking for Montrell Lowe.
Ooh.
He had
Yeah.
tons of yards against the
I should have known that one.
game that sent him to Pasadena.
Oh,
I honestly had no idea when he played.
After his sophomore year, he had fumble problems as a junior and never really saw the field after early in the season.
You
I
should have
like
asked
him
the
a lot.
question, did he wear a visor?
That would not have helped.
I don't,
It helped you. It would not have helped me.
He didn't wear a visor.
I thought he did.
did they even have visors back in the early 2000s?
I don't
Yes,
know.
he did.
Bill Mickelson's been wearing a visor for decades.
That's the wrong visor.
Half a hat.
Oh, God.
Half a hat.
All right, I got one for you guys. This is a pretty hard one, maybe.
You don't have any cool display, but I'm ready.
I know, but
Hey, I want to take a crack at this. I've never played.
Yeah.
okay. Go ahead.
All right. Did he play for Tiller?
No.
He played.
Well, maybe. Give me a second. I gotta look it up again. I off the top of my head.
I got a good one.
He was recruited by Tiller. That's for sure.
So he's a Hope guy. Okay. Did he play offense?
Yes.
Play wide receiver?
Yes.
So he's recruited by Tiller, so that would have been like 08. Offense. Keith Smith.
No. I think you're at 4.
Yeah.
Go down my brain dump. So you'd have to think something completely outside the box.
I'm trying. It's a very scary place. Recruited by Tiller and played for Hope. So I was recruited in 08. Played wide receiver. That would have been when I was a manager. Who in the hell played wide receiver? OJ Ross?
No.
Gary Bush.
No.
I was like 6. And Tavian,
He did play for Tiller too. So yes. But he was recruited by Tiller. So there you go.
I got it right?
No.
Oh, I thought.
So he played for Tiller, not after. He said recruited by Tiller, but
He was recruited by Tiller.
played for both of them.
Yes.
Oh my God. Still doesn't really help me though.
Just go back further.
I am. I'm trying to think of who the heck was wide receiver in 2008. That team went 4-8.
I mean, it could have been like on the 07 team, like a
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not.
It doesn't have to be 08.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who it is, but I'm just looking at rosters now because I'm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who the heck did they throw the ball to in back then? You had Bryant, you had Orton,
Who did Painter throw it to? Painter and Elliott.
Keith Smith, Aaron Valentine.
No. I remember.
JUCO.
That brings back some memories. His punt returns.
Yeah, he was JUCO. Oh, I'm at like 3 guesses left.
Do you want a clue?
Sure.
He had a checkered past.
Selwyn Lyman.
No. Selden Lyman didn't play for Hope.
Yeah, after I said that, that was dumb.
He was a janitor.
He's a janitor.
What?
You never read that news article?
I have no freaking idea. I have no idea who's a janitor.
If it's freaking like Wayne L. Graves, Sandy, I'm gonna like.
He died.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
No, he didn't die. Grace Sandy didn't die. It was
You just made me feel awful.
Mike Earl died. Sorry, I got them
Oh
confused.
my gosh.
Sorry. I don't think it was Grave Sandy. He was awesome on the NCAA games though.
This player was awesome on the NCAA games. Trust me.
He can make. God, dude, I got 2 guesses left, and like I think I'm good at this game, and I'm so far. Am I gonna be mad at myself?
Yeah, you will. I mean, he was a janitor.
That doesn't help me at all. I mean, Jim Swank's a janitor. He played at Purdue for a year. Jim's not a janitor, I don't think. Sorry, Jim.
Janitors, I'm not making fun of you. You're a frontline worker. Thank you for all you've done.
Yeah, geez, man. Dude, I don't.
You have 2 guesses.
I can't think of anybody who overlapped here.
Andrew, Evan, you got guesses?
Yeah, help me out here, boys. I can't think of anybody who overlapped.
Desmond Tardy.
No.
Oh, good guess, though.
That was a good
I'm
guess.
looking at rosters, so I'm cheating.
From Dub C.
I give up. I tap out.
Never
I have no
mind.
idea.
Justin Siller.
I guess wow.
Was he a janitor when he?
Yes, he
When he got kicked out? He went
he went to Ivy Tech. He was a janitor at Purdue.
He
Played wide receiver for a little bit when he came back.
Yeah, no, for 2 years. You're right. Yeah, Andrew's
Checkered.
favorite.
Heisman. Stiller for Heisman.
Yep. Darn.
When the heck did he even play though?
He played in
Like
08.
10?
Then he was out in 09. And then he was back in 2010 and 11.
Yep.
09, he should have been the quarterback instead of Joey Elliott.
I did play wide receiver.
Yeah, he just couldn't stay healthy and just wasn't a natural position. Well, that was fun, boys. We're gonna have to do that again sometime. We'll have to bring more basketball and football players from the past to everybody's screens. So, yep. Well, like us on Facebook if you haven't already. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Boiler Break Pod. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts at. If it's on Apple Podcasts, please give us a rating and review. Really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. Lynch, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Hope you enjoyed yourself. And everybody out there listening and watching, stay healthy, stay safe, stay sane. We'll be back sometime here in the near future. And like always, boiler up, hammer down.
Boiler up.